Hi Hema, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm also doing good.
Mhm.
How's the day going so far?
My day is going good. Tell me about your day.
Yes, it's just started going into the motion now. So I guess Australia, you're in Australia, so it's 4 hours. 4 hours ahead of India, no?
5.5 hours ahead of
Five and a half hours. Okay. Okay, so it must be evening there.
it is. Yeah, it's nearly 7 p.m.
Okay. So, I have decided on a very important topic, very relevant to the present scenario,
Mhm.
and that is work life balance.
Mhm.
And it has been, into discussions because of some remarks made by Mr. Narayan Murthy and L&T chairman also. So it just sparked a whole debate, a whole conversation on this matter of work life balance.
Mhm.
So, before I begin, let's first elaborate what is work life balance. So, work and life, these are the two words that comprise. And balance, of course, the act of balancing. So, balancing your professional life as well as your family life. And we women, we quite bear the burnt of it, no?
That's true.
So, what is your take on this work life balance? What do you think about it?
In my opinion, work-life balance is all about managing your personal and professional responsibilities in a way that ensures productivity and neither is neglected because sometimes
Mhm.
tend to pay attention to one task over the other. So that way we face challenges and overwhelmed with the task. So it is good that we balance, we maintain harmony between them. It is not all about you have to pay attention to only one task. I have seen that people pay attention to their professional life more than their personal life. But yes, I think we will brainstorm some more ideas about it. So far for me, that work-life balance is all about managing your personal and professional responsibilities that allows productivity without compromising well-being.
Yes, of course, very well said there. People focus too much on the professional life and they often fall into this quagmire of corporate work, where you just can't pay attention to your personal life more, and they think that it is the epitome of success if you are more professionally occupied.
Mm.
And especially it comes true regarding men. They, in India especially, that's what I can say, that the men are quite free to focus on their professional life, and women do not have that privilege, and they often end up paying more attention to children, and somewhere, that takes a toll on their mental balance as well, right? Because it becomes too much a heavy task, to keep on balancing children's need, family needs, as well as the professional needs. But we need to maintain that ground somewhere where we can have something for everyone, but not everything for everyone.
Yeah, that's right. I resonate with what you said. That is not about splitting time equally. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about maintaining harmony between both tasks and to avoid stress and burnout. As you mentioned about men and women, I don't want to be biased, but yeah, I cannot deny the reality. It is, but I know
Mm-hmm.
everyone is watching this, and we have to give equal respect to everyone. Sometimes we are manipulated into believing that because I think someone is there talking with you, your child.
Yeah, just excuse me for a moment. Again, work-life balance. Today it's off from school,
This this
so the
is
children are home.
This is a perfect example. We have to make sure that we balance both between them. And yeah, you are doing absolutely good.
Maintaining a harmony.
In harmony, yes, that's true. Yeah,
Yes.
so I was telling that often we are manipulated into believing that men have less responsibility. That's why they can manage, they can focus solely on their professional lives. But it is sometimes not like that, because in this era, because this is a fast paced world, everyone has to work together equally. That way we can grow together. If we have that old believing that woman has to work and she has to do everything by herself, this is her responsibility, she is a home manager, she
Mm.
has to finish everything by herself. We cannot live in this era. Because
Mm-hmm.
we have to make sure we are financially strong, we raise our children in a better way, because our children watch mom's works all the time in the kitchen, she is finishing household chores and this is my task. And when they grow up, they have this believing, okay, I am a girl, I have to do by myself. If
Yes.
someone want to exploit her, yeah, so what will happen, she will just tolerate. So we don't want to show our children this kind of behavior. We want to show, okay, we are equal and we are equally provided, we have been provided equal opportunity, equal talent. We have to make sure we give hand to each other. So if dad sometimes there wants to help mom, that would be great. I
Right.
We are role model in front of them. Mm.
Yeah, present generation, it's completely going to be, respecting each other's boundaries, and also while taking on the household responsibilities together. And especially when it comes to present generation, I like to talk about this aspect here. Like, I'm raising my son, and I have already started raising him in a way that you need to be independent in terms of, catering to your needs in the kitchen as well. You should not be dependent on anybody. And often, earlier times, it used to happen that boys, they are quite dependent on girls, women, for their eating needs, and they can't cook. And whereas women have grown quite independent in those terms, financially as well as on household responsibilities also. And but presently the times are changing, and I think
Yes.
both the genders are providing an equal work. Okay, so coming to that, as I mentioned, the approach. So
Mhm.
the right approach to work-life balance. So both women and men are working presently. So what is the right approach? And here in India, especially, like, we do not have a right to disconnect, the right to disconnect from the employers. And I personally face this challenge a lot, because after even putting 8 hours at work, my work hours started at 7 in the morning. Even after putting 8 hours at work, I was working 4 hours even after that, coming home, and didn't get any right to disconnect even till 10 at night. I was catering to the, employer messages and responding over emails and everything. So, how important do you think it is to disconnect from work when you are home?
So, as I already said, in today's fast-paced world, we are often manipulated into believing that if we focus solely on our professional life, our personal life will eventually succeed. However, it is not true, because the paradox of work-life balance is while we work hard to provide a better life for our children, we often end up spending less time with them. Yes, and that is
Right.
very important, because once childhood is gone, it will not come back again. Later, if
Yes.
we have lots of money, and if we are not paying attention to our personal life and raising our child in a way, not instill confidence in them to face life problems, that way we will lag behind. we will lack of energy, and some kind of things like even though we will have lots of money, but still we won't be able to get their childhood back. So usually journal, I think many people fall into believing that mindset that if I had a money, I could provide better education to
Yes.
my children. But I think they are lacking in this area. So they have to make sure they spend a quality time with them. As long as they finish their office work, they have to make sure they unplug from professional life and switch to their personal life, because that is very very important. Why we are working, we have to have this mindset, or we have to reflect on our actions. What we are doing, is it good for my family? I am working for my family, but I am not present, I am not spending time with them. I'm just running behind money. I have no time to talk with my children about their experiences, how do they feel, and what is their education's life are going. And we have to make sure we have to ask our children about those questions, like how do they feel actually, because children, they don't need money, they need your time, they need your attention. But we keep forgetting it. We are giving our children good money, good toy, good education. We thinking, okay, once we put our children
Mm.
into a big school, that is our job is finished. It's not finished. You are a parent, so you have to realize to balance work life and professional life, it is very important. We realize the importance of our personal belief, our cultural, our family life. We have to give good education to them. For that we are working. So as long as we finish our work, that's it, we unplug from that and don't think about it. But these era, because of the technology.
Technology, yes, it's the biggest culprit, I guess, because we are so accessible that, especially when, this right to disconnect is not a law here in India, and we often, rely on government for making such laws, but the responsibility, the onus lies on us individual as well as the corporates
Yes.
to respect the time frame of the employees, as well as we can, if we cannot completely disconnect, but we can definitely set aside an hour or 2 hours for providing that valuable time, the quality time to our family, and especially engaging in the small activities, that small everyday activities rather than big activities that you might plan. Okay, I'll do this on my child's birthday, my birthday, or some occasion. Apart from that, you need to focus on these small tasks, small activities, everyday tasks, like dinner, taking dinner together, setting the table together as kids and as a family, and then playing board games with them.
That is very important, as we know family plays an important role in our life, so we need not to neglect it. And also, I would like to suggest people, if they can manage their time, it is very crucial to avoid burnout. Not even burnout, they have
Mhm.
to make sure instead of obsessing over task, it's important to take breaks. Yes, because
Mm.
sometimes we are very obsessed with the task, with our professional life, and we often
Right.
forget to take break. Break is very important. Sometimes it's
Mm.
like it's setback. It is a setback. It's not a setback. It is like you are recharging yourself. You are regenerating yourself, and that way you can renew your energy and you can focus your tasks much better than before. So it is also very important that we take break, we go for holidays with our family, spend time with them. And also, if you are paying attention to tasks, because professional life is a volatile, it's not
Yes.
same. Sometimes we have new regulations are coming, policies are coming, technologies are coming. So as long as we are well versed, or we stay up ourselves up to updated with the new
Upskillers.
yeah,
Mm.
updated, because sometimes new rules are coming, so we have to make sure we stay updated with those rules, so that way we will save our time. Because sometimes when we try to finish a task, we find, oh my goodness, I don't know about the rules. First, I have to read the rule because I am a professional. I'm a teacher here,
Mm-hmm.
so I attend lots of professional development sessions. So when I
Mm-hmm.
attend those sessions, it helps me to do my work in a better way, and I don't really dedicate lots of time in it because I know what I have to do. But if you don't know what you have to do, as I said already, this professional life is volatile. So we have to make sure we stay updated, whatever is happening. So when we finish that, when we have the task, we will be able to finish faster. Hmm. And also we have to make sure we finish our task with Miraki. That way we will able to do our task with passion and care. And when we do this, we will have a professional satisfaction. Okay, I did my task and now this is my family life. I have to make sure I fully present with my children.
Yes, we should not, fall into this trap of becoming corporate warriors as well. Often that causes burnout, as we believe that we need to do everything on professional front as well as tackle everything perfectly at home front also. But sometimes, it's the other way around also.
Hmm.
People often bring a lot of their personal problems to work as well.
Hmm.
It can go the other way around too. So, have you ever been in any situation where you have seen somebody do so, or you personally felt like it was the absolute necessity and you had to deal with such kind of situation?
Actually, I was in this situation when I came to Australia because I didn't know English, I didn't know the accent. At that time, I had no skills, no qualification. So I was fully dedicated to my work, to to learning English and all other things. I
Mm-hmm.
did my family life totally. I am
Oh.
in guilt actually. Still, I feel like I should have spent my time in a different way. But that was the requirement of my time. I was in
Mm.
free, no one there to help me. So I used to think if I get a good job, then my life will go in a right place, and then I will be able to, I would be able to dedicate my more time to my family. So yeah, I did, but still I felt a little bit like yes, I should have done in different ways.
Right, right. And it is very challenging actually to completely settle in a new country and where you do not know anything about their culture and you have to adjust yourself according to the education requirement, work policies, nothing, everything is new to you there. And that brings to another thing. Sometimes the time is itself in such a crucial mode that you cannot balance it, and one area demands specifically more attention. So, that factor also you need to take into account, right?
Hmm. That is also because of the time. Sometimes we feel like, okay, we are not able to catch up time. So we have to put in our lots of efforts to finish our task. But here I would like to tell you a story if you are willing to.
Yes, sure. I'm all ears.
So there was a woodcutter. He got a job at very first time. So at first day he was very enthusiastic. He cut 20 trees.
Mhm.
And then he thought, okay, tomorrow I will cut more. I will put my lots of hard work to cut lots of trees than today. And next day he cut only 18. And then he was thinking, okay, why? I thought I will cut more, but let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow, definitely, I will cut more than 20. And then he realized he just cut only 15 trees at that day. So he was very worried and he was thinking, why I'm putting in lots of efforts? Why still I'm not able to achieve my task, my goals? So one of the person passing by, he asked, you are looking very well. What happened? And he said that I was thinking that I will cut more, and despite putting lots of effort, still I'm not able to achieve my goals, even though I am working harder than previous day. Then that man said, asked him actually, he said, did you sharpen your saw? He said, "No, I don't have time. I am working here. How come I go and sharpen my so so he said that is the problem. That's why you are not able to cut. Even though you are putting your lots of effort, still you are not able to cut because you did not sharpen your saw. So that is the things we have to make sure we use the right strategy to save our time and energy. Usually we
Mm.
think, okay, we have to just burn out, we have to drain with this task, and that's all. Then I will have more, I will get respect. But it is not like that. You have to make sure you utilize your time in an effective way.
Right, and that saw there, I feel it's a metaphor for skills, no? You need to sharpen your skills also as you go along with your work, and you need to pay attention to the nuances to become efficient in whatever you do, whether it is at home front or it is at on professional front. And that brings me to another point that many people believe that they'll enjoy their life fully after retirement, and now they'll just work and retirement will be like a dream. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe it. I feel like learning is lifelong process. Doesn't matter if you are not working, but you have learned so many skills during your professional life. You make sure you utilize your knowledge in other ways. You can teach to others, so you can take classes. If it's not like that, you can do something effective or productive things like if I because I'm a teacher, when I get retired, what will do, I will maybe teach others and share my ideas. If I'm not I wouldn't be able to teach others, at least I would be able to utilize my knowledge to teach my grandchildren.
Right, right. And it's future. We haven't seen the future. So it's more about enjoying every day of your life, whatever you are getting in a day, enjoy it, utilize it to the best of your ability, rather than focusing on something that we haven't seen and we don't know how it's going to be about. Yes. Okay. So, all in all, it was a very fruitful discussion, conversation on maintaining a work life balance. And I got so many insights into this and learned a completely new perspective from a working professional like you who has set up herself in a completely new country and established herself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to connect with you and sharing my insights and listening to your insight. And yes, it was very empowering listening to you, and as you just share lots of beautiful ideas. I think viewers will get benefit out of our conversation, and I'm looking forward to having it another productive session with you.
Yeah, and that becomes a completely another challenge altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, we'll definitely connect again sometimes. And thank you so much for being here with me. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.